welcome back to the Splat Sports Podcast, episode 18. We're almost to 20, boys. We have a lot to talk about. NBA playoffs are in full swing. We got one more playoff game of the semifinal rounds. Look at that. We're jumping right into it. The Knicks did lose today in Game 7 in New York. Tyrese Halliburton had a game. Listen, as a Celtics fan, Pacers look good, but I think the Celtics will get into it in a minute. I do think that the Celtics will win the series, but Jiras, talk about this Game 7 here.
Yeah, overall, the Knicks shot great, I believe, around the 70% mark. Scored the most points in a half in a Game 7 ever. And yeah, the Knicks ran out of steam. Brunson fractured his hand, I think. OG only played like 4 minutes before having to get taken out. And so yeah, Pacers do have a chance, I think, against the Celtics if they can steal a game, because Celtics have shown that they struggle at home in the playoffs. And both their losses, the other team shot great, and the Pacers, being the best offense in the league, could give them some troubles.
Barrett?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the Pacers are kind of a legit contender in this. I think their post players in Miles Turner and Pascal Siakam, in my opinion, are better than the Celtics players in Porzingis and Al Horford. I think, if Siakam gets matched up on Horford, I think he'll be able to kind of exploit that matchup pretty badly. So I think the Celtics are going to have to kind of game plan first around the big players, the bigs of the Pacers. And then obviously I think Drew Holiday should be able to kind of contain Tyrese Halliburton, as he's shown he can contain pretty much anyone in the league. But I think it'll be a fun series to watch. Let's see how the Pacers shoot the ball this series. And if they kind of play physical like they did in the Knicks series, I think they got a real shot here. But I would probably put my money on Boston winning this. But just look out for the Pacers. Let's see if they get hot like they shot today, and they've definitely got a shot to take it to at least 6 games, I'd say.
It seems like these two are pretty evenly matched. If you look at like Barrett said, the bigs are really the only thing that I would say is different, just in the style of play from the Celtics bigs to the Pacers bigs. I do think that Drew Holiday is going to have a series. I also think that Jaylen Brown is probably going to lead the Celtics to the finals. If I had anything, if I'm thinking here, I don't think Jason Tatum is going to have a great series. It's just I feel it as a Celtics fan. I know it. I'm interested to see what happens in the Western Conference Finals, because as of right now, it looks like it's going to be the Nuggets versus the Mavericks. Nuggets are winning by 18 at the current moment, and they are absolutely gutting Rudy Gobert in the paint right now. But let's talk about the Mavericks. Beat the Thunder. They're the 1 seed. The Thunder played a pretty good game. They did lose on a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander foul that I saw a lot of people kind of say, is this a foul? Is this not? To me, it looked like a foul. I don't play basketball, though, but to me, it does look like he did foul him. Luka looked great. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, though, proves that he's probably the best young player in the NBA right now besides Anthony Edwards. Dude is phenomenal. He was flying around. The Mavericks didn't really have an answer for him. Lou Dort did foul out, though, and I think that kind of killed the Thunder's momentum. They were leading there in the fourth quarter, but it kind of fell out on them. I guess you could say the bomb fell out. But the Thunder are a 1 seed. Are they the worst 1 seed of all time? Jiras?
No, I don't think so. I've already said that to Hunter and Barrett that I'm not a fan of this argument, because I did some research and I saw that in the past 20 years, only 6 1 seeds have won the finals. So I don't think seeding is a big deal, but you have past 20 years have shown you have 30% chance to win. But when you look at the teams like the 2020, 2021 Jazz, who didn't do very good, the Bucks last year, who got swept. Giannis didn't play 1 game, but still, I just don't like the idea of this argument, especially when they won their first series and they were in the harder of the two conferences this year. I don't like this argument a lot. I don't think they're. I think they were a good 1 seed overall, but I just don't like the argument.
Barrett?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously they were great in the regular season. Like, I mean, the best team in the NBA, and they were really exciting to watch. Lots of great young players, but I think that their roster makeup, the youth of it, was what killed them. I think the Mavericks coming into this series have a lot more playoff experience. Obviously, Kyrie Irving's won a championship and been to multiple finals. Luka's been in the playoffs quite a bit, and they just have a lot of guys who kind of been there and done that. And I think that you look at the Thunder, who's primarily rookies and second year players, and then Shea, who's not really been in the league for a ton of time. I think they just kind of didn't know what to do. But I really look for the Thunder to be. I think they're going to be the best team in the NBA next year. They've got the kind of experience under their belt now. I think they're going to have a little bit of motivation, kind of getting upset by a Mavericks team. So I think they're going to be able to learn from this loss, and then come back even stronger next year and be able to kind of make it to the finals. So yeah,
They did compete with the Mavericks. I watched the game. Like I said, Lou Dort did foul out early. I think that honestly killed them. Lou Dort fouling out. Kyrie put up some horrendous shots. Luka didn't. Luka played great towards like the final minute to close out the game, which is, I guess, when you really need it. PJ Washington didn't even play great. So the Mavericks didn't even play, I would say, really their best ball game that they could have. And the Thunder, it seems like they kind of threw the kitchen sink at them. I know some things didn't go their way. The officiating was not the best. But still, I think that, like Baird said, this will probably fuel the Thunder probably for next year. I don't think that they'll be the best team. I think that somebody in the West will get hot. I think that Thunder will probably be a 2 seed at best, maybe. I don't think that they'll be the 1 seed yet again. But yeah, that wraps up NBA playoffs. I'm sure we'll give our Eastern Conference final picks and all of that. But switching over to the National Football League, the draft happened, and now we get a lot of rookies. We start seeing the rookie mini camp videos. We start seeing rookies in their full jerseys for their rookie premiere stuff. So which NFL rookie that we think can take the league by storm? I should have said not in the first round because I was looking for more underrated picks here. But it's all right. I'm sure we can get around that. Of course, Caleb Williams could take the league by storm. I don't think that Drake May will be any good. Jaden Daniels could be good in Washington. But a guy that I think he's a Tennessee boy, so I know it's going to seem like a homer pick. But he laid it in probably the best spot that he could have in an offense that's going to help him. Jalen Wright. He went to Miami in, I believe, the third round. I believe it was the fourth round. Miami doesn't have the best running back play. We've seen that. A-Chain, he's been hurt before. Their other guys are kind of older. I believe Raheem Mostert's still on the roster there, and he's getting up there in age. Jalen Wright fits this offense great. They love the fast running back. They love an explosive guy like A-Chain. You pair him up with Jalen Wright, who's probably one of the most explosive runners I think I've ever seen in my life. I think in Miami he can do some wonders. Maybe not rookie of the year, but I think that he'll be one of the top rookies in the league this year. G-Russ, who you got on your rookie board?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the quarterback. I'm gonna say JJ McCarthy because I feel like I know Hunter. Yeah, I know Hunter's not a big believer in JJ McCarthy, but he does have a couple of things around him that is going good. His coach, Hunter's quarterback now, Kirk Cousins, used to play for the Minnesota Vikings. They're both kind of the same in the sense that they're both pocket passers. They're not going to run around. They're not improvisers. They're not scramblers. And he also has probably the most talented wide receiver in the NFL in Justin Jefferson. So I feel like that could take the load off of JJ McCarthy's back, just being able to sit back there and just throw it up to Justin Jefferson. And yeah, I don't think like Hunter said, his player, that he's going to win offense rookie year or anything, but I feel like there is pressure on McCarthy because there is a bunch of good quarterbacks in that division, which is becoming one of the best divisions in the league. And so with that, I think it could be big for JJ McCarthy just to defy expectations a little bit.
Out of all the rookies, I think J.J. McCarthy did land probably with the best talent around him. Of course, you can argue the Chicago Bears. They're just really young. There's a lot of unproven guys, I guess, in that Chicago kind of facilities there. But Barrett, who you got? I know you're high on your boy Jaden Daniels in Washington, but who you got?
So I do think Jaden Daniels will have a really good year. I think he's got some good offensive leverage on him. But I'm gonna go. Go with the guy in the AFC, Xavier Worthy from the Chiefs. So he was a first round pick, I believe, right? If not
Yes.
early second. Okay,
Yes.
first
First
round
round
pick.
pick.
So obviously at Texas, he set the record for fastest 40 at the combine, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I believe so, yeah.
It was up there. It was very
Yes.
fast. He can run pretty fast. So obviously, his quarterback is, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in Patrick Mahomes, proven winner. He's got Travis Kelce around him, but I think the biggest reason why he'll emerge as besides the fact having Mahomes as quarterback is the Chiefs are very lacking in the wide receiver room, in my opinion. Obviously, the whole Rashid Rice situation has kind of opened up a wide receiver one for them ever since Tyreek Hill has left. They've been missing a guy with elite speed on the outside that they can kind of go to in situations. And I think Xavier Worthy could potentially fill that void in some shape or form that Tyreek Hill kind of provided for them with a nice deep ball threat. So I think look for him to be a big part of this Chiefs passing game this year and offense in general. And I think he'll help them hopefully have a nice postseason again.
Xavier Worthy did land at a pretty good spot. Looks like the Chiefs kind of reached for him, but I think personally, pretty good landing spot for him. But a guy that a lot of people are talking about that I do not see the hype around is Drake May in New England. He does not have a very good situation around him. There's not a whole lot of talent surrounding him in New England. You get a guy in the third round, a guy who looks like he's going to need some talent around him because it's true. He is a little bit of a, I guess you could say, a gambler, as they would put in Madden terms. He's kind of loose with the football. You're going to need some veteran wide receivers there. You don't really have that in New England. I mean, you got Juju Smith-Schuster, but all these wide receivers are really unproven guys in New England. I think J.J. McCarthy, Drake May struggles in New England. Doesn't have a whole lot of help. The Patriots, they tried to sign some guys. Doesn't look very good for Drake May here. GRS, your thoughts on Drake May in New England?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's more of what's around him than his actual talent. I do think he's a very talented guy. He does take some risks, like Hunter said, and with that, he's on a team, doesn't have a lot of offensive talent around him, not really a ton of playmakers around him, and because of that, I think it'll take him a couple years to get going. Once because Patriots probably have another high pick this year in the draft, so they can go and get some skill positions maybe to help Drake May. But I think New England's going to have a rough couple of years ahead.
There you go. Another quarterback, while we're on the topic of, I know it's not on the ticker there, but Trevor Lawrence, his final year's coming up, and it's looking like he's going to get $50 million a year. It looks like Jacksonville is going to trust him. Barrett, your thoughts on Trevor Lawrence getting $50 million a year and only being to, I believe, one playoff game so far?
Yeah, $50 million is a hefty chunk of cash there, but I don't think I wouldn't say he's worth $50 million. I think he's worth a good contract, but I wouldn't say 50 million. I don't think really anyone, in my opinion, besides maybe Mahomes, is worth $50 million a year. But especially with Lawrence's kind of lack of playoff experience and success, really. So I definitely think he's a good quarterback in this league. He's done a good job in Jacksonville, in my opinion. But I don't think he's worth $50 million at all. So
Jaguars did have a pretty good offseason, gave Lawrence a lot of weapons, a lot of area to succeed. Do play in the AFC South, though, a division that's got a lot of questions around it with the Texans, Titans, possibly the Colts with Anthony Richardson coming back. But anyway, on to our next topic. MLB City Connect jerseys. Barrett is very opinionated on the MLB City Connect jerseys, so I'm going to let Barrett talk about his passion
yeah.
for them. Sure.
So yeah, what really kind of sparked this for me is obviously y'all know an LA Dodgers fan, and around the X or Twitter world, Twitter realm, it's been circulating leaked images of potential new Dodgers City Connect jerseys. So the Dodgers have already had one in previous years. It was kind of all blue with Los Dodgers on it to kind of represent the Hispanic culture in LA. They kind of got rid of those and kind of tweaked it last year and added white pants. But now apparently the Dodgers are getting a new one, and it looks like a Pop Tart. Like it looks like a blueberry Pop Tart. I saw someone put up an image right next to it, and it is a mirror image. You cannot tell me the different. You cannot tell me that is not inspired by it, and it just doesn't look good in my opinion. I feel like a lot of the recent ones that have been kind of releasing for these teams are not very good. I think they look kind of weird, and I think MLB would be better suited going in the direction of maybe every team having a throwback because I feel like a lot of teams who do wear kind of more classic jerseys, like the Dodgers, that they're just very simple and they look good. But I think they need to move on from the City Connects. They're really not very good, and I feel like they're kind of forced, in my opinion.
Eric, G. Russ, your Braves had some interesting City Connect jerseys. They tried to go for the retro look, like Barry was talking about. They kind of missed the mark on it, in my opinion. I think that they already had
Mhm.
pretty good retro jerseys, and they didn't really need these. But your thoughts on MLB City Connect jerseys?
Yeah, I do agree with Hunter. They try to do something with the Hank jerseys inspired by Hank Aaron, in his era and the 715 home runs he hit. But yeah, I do agree with Barrett said. A lot of these are not looking very good. There are a couple I like though. I do like Cincinnati's a lot. Chicago's looks good. I do like the colors the Padres have in theirs, but overall, if you look at the league, the majority of them are not very good. The Phillies not very good at all. They're just a bunch of weird colors, and I just
New
didn't
Rays,
get it.
the new
Uh,
Rays one is terrible.
yeah, Rays don't look great. The Mets is weird. I didn't just like at the bridge, and I didn't really get that. But yeah, there's just kind of I don't know. I feel like they could have done so much better with this. Obviously, it's the NBA. They get one every year, you know. If they did move something to like that, I mean, maybe they can make them better if they did one a year, but they're obviously not going to do that. So I don't know. I just think they should. I think Nike should just go to a throwback look. I think the best go to throwback jersey instead of City Connect.
Well, my team, the Yankees, don't get different jerseys ever, so I'm not really in this conversation because I don't have to look at City Connect jerseys. I think that Boston's are very underrated, though. I do like coming from a Yankees fan. I do like Boston's. I do like their City Connect jerseys, in my opinion. But we do have a
I
score
like them.
update. The Minnesota Timberwolves have cut it within 6 to the Nuggets right now in the third quarter. 5 minutes left. Is that Mike Conley? Holy cow! Wow, didn't know Mike Conley plays for the T Wolves. Anyway, next topic. College football. EA Sports is coming back, baby. The trailer dropped on Friday. Me and Barrett watched it in school, and we were screaming like two little schoolgirls that were very excited about something. I don't know what. We're so excited that college football is back. The trailer looked great. Of course, it's cinematic. But you already know that we three are going to be playing college football on July 19th. Definitely playing Dynasty. Splat U possibly could be coming out. G Russ can make a series on that if he wants to. There you go. Splat U with G Russ. But it looks great. It looks awesome. They said the traditions are going to be the same. A lot of people are complaining, oh, it looks like Madden. It has Madden animations. Shut up. We're getting a college football game. I do not care if it's Madden animations. I know Madden animations are not the best, and I know people are very opinionated on them. I don't really care. I just want to play college football. That's all I want to do. I mean, in life, who cares? The game looked great. The trailer made you want to run through a brick wall. I mean, awesome stuff. But yeah, that's college football there. You two got anything on this?
I'm just glad it's back. I think the game looked really good, and I do think the people that say it's going to be a reskin of Madden or whatever, it's not. Obviously, there's going to be like it's football. Like they play the same game. Like it's not like college football is drastically different than pro football. So I mean, there's going to be some things that are similar to Madden, but I do think I have heard that the development team for this game is kind of straying away from the Madden like build or whatever. So I do think it'll be a really good game, and then hopefully just kind of lay the groundwork for a great football game series here in the future. So yeah, really excited about it coming back.
There you go. PGA Championship happened this week. Of course, there's a lot of drama with Scotty Scheffler getting arrested on the first day, but as my man Pat McAfee said, another day, another from prison to Valhalla, another day, another dollar. Scotty Scheffler did play in the final round of the PGA Championship. Didn't win it. A lot of people thought he would. Valhalla is known for kind of being an easy course, I guess, for some of these guys. But Xander Schauffele, he does win. I did not say his last name right. He does win the PGA Championship. He's known for kind of choking, but he did pull it out. Colin Morikawa was behind him for most of the day there. Giras? Safety
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I do like Xander Schauffele, Hunter, as
There we go.
not Schaffler. Yeah, I'm happy he won one. I've always enjoyed watching Xander Schauffele, kind of similar to Ricky Fowler, since they just got to get one, because everybody wants him to win one. Bryson DeChambeau made a late push, birdieing 18, so he was tied with Schauffele when he went to 18. Schauffele, of course, birdied, almost slipping out to win the PGA Championship. So yeah, overall, congrats to Schauffele. He's worked hard. He deserves it. And yeah.
There you go. PGA Championship. Congrats. That was fun. Well, I think we're out of topics here, boys. A bit of a quicker episode. Well, no, 20 minutes. We usually shoot for the 30-minute mark, just 8 minutes short. But yeah, we got some content coming out hopefully soon. Remember Splat at night? It's every Saturday night. Barrett was in there this week. It wasn't as fun. We didn't have as many viewers, so please come out if you want to watch us. It's basically just a call-in show, and it's a lot of people from Mississippi, so I'm sure you can imagine how that goes in your head. But always March. New episodes coming out pretty soon. The bracket is finished. We're not going to reveal who the winner is just yet. And then, as you saw, we already picked a new bracket. It's Sports Goats. We're going to be releasing those brackets as soon as we make them. But yeah, that's Splat Sports. Check out Splat Picks. I know they're working on some stuff. I don't know when their next episode is going to be out, but they're working on some stuff. I know right now. And Splat Chats. I think there's one coming out pretty soon that James is doing. So yeah, Jesus loves you. Peace out. See you next week. We're almost episode 20. Adios, amigos. Mwah.